As a matter of fact, sometimes it can be detrimental. So you got to allow people to go through those phases. But one of the things that truly and utterly impresses me about you is your consistency in being grounded in God.
Yeah.
Because I do think from a human point of view, your fear and your uncertainty is going to be there. That's the senses kicking in, and that's the battle between your soul, your mind, and your body, right? But your spirit side, when it starts losing the battle, is where I always say that this is where things are going to get a little difficult. But that, I know you have not wavered, and I'll give you a little bit. It's interesting, this, you and I doing this, because I just realized I haven't talked about my dad's passing since he passed. But one of the things that tore me completely was not the understanding that he had contracted leukemia, but what really did tear me was the idea that he had lost faith in anything that had happened prior to his life. That was very difficult. He made a statement to me that was I just had no comeback to it, because I literally had to hand it over to the man above and said, well, no, this is your problem, not mine. But you have stood firm. How do you do that?
So you asked me about what I learned from my mum. So my mum's faith was, Vic, it was just such a beautiful thing. And that very question that statement that your dad made, she made that to me. And I thought to myself, sure, if she's doing this, And when she was in hospital, she would read the chaplet, she would do the Divine Mercy chaplet every day and her rosary, and she was Catholic, and like clockwork.
Yeah.
And when she went into hospital, she was really sick. She was quite weak, but she started to lose she was definitely questioning her faith.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at her and thinking, no, you can't do this. This is not the time to lose your faith.
Yeah.
But I let her go, because I kind of thought she has this, has a faith like I've never witnessed. And she, you know what she said to me? And I hope that this gives you some comfort. She said to me, in fact, she wrote a speech to her community in Makushi, and she said, I think I put it in her eulogy, actually. She said to me, there was a time when I thought that God had abandoned me. And one morning I woke up and I realized he hadn't. He was just carrying me.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't see him. So he wasn't beside me. He was
under me.
He was under me.
Wow.
And she said that moment of realization, and it's scary, Vic, because she said to me, I remember her saying, he's gone so quiet.
Yeah.
He's not speaking he's gone so quiet. And then just one morning she woke up and she said, I've just realized he's all around me.
Yeah. Wow.
And she said to me, when you're diagnosed with something like this, the question everyone said to me, I hope you're not saying why me or whatever, and not even for 1 second. But she said to me, I remember asking her, about faith. We spoke a lot about it, and she said to me, "Why not me?
Yeah.
Why not me? Why not me? Who am I to say this shouldn't be happening to me? There's a reason why I have cervical cancer. There's a reason why it is so aggressive. There's a reason why it has come at this point in my life. I think God has a massive plan for me. And the faith that I've required to step through it has been pretty enormous. And sometimes I'm not even sure if it's big enough. I wouldn't even presume to believe that it is anywhere near big enough yet, because his tests for us are enormous.